Welcome to the Manuchehri Show, where energy and medicine meet. I will be your host for the next hour. I have over 19 years of healthcare experience and began my career as an energy medicine practitioner while working as an oncology nurse at a Seattle area hospital. My skill in moving energy combined with my medical background have been a catalyst for change in many people's lives. I hope the next hour will be transformative for you as well. Good morning and welcome to the Manuchehri Show. We're live here in Seattle. Foggy, gorgeous. There's all this, mist all over the trees. It's really, really stunning.
Just minus the gorillas.
We don't have
gorillas.
gorillas. Yeah.
Maybe me. I'm
no
a little hairy.
gorillas. Although,
I'm really hairy. I could be.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So Vinny's our gorilla for the day. All right, thanks, Vinny. Although I did see the most gorgeous coyote in my backyard a couple days ago. Yeah, I've seen Minnie, but this one was like, he was just standing there. I was in my office looking out the window, and he was just standing there. And he wasn't a juvenile, but he wasn't like an elder coyote. He was an adult, but he had this gorgeous white hair, too. He looked so healthy. There's a lot of bunnies by my house, so I was making sure Huck and Finn were in the house as I was admiring this stunning creature on my lawn. It was, or really his ground that we took from. Or
yeah, it's his lawn.
It's really his lawn. Yeah, I'm borrowing it, and I'm not putting on any herbicides on it. Only organic fertilizer. Promise.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
You didn't name this set?
No.
Usually you're pretty good about naming your little
Really?
friends that come. I thought.
No, I don't
Yeah,
name
Huck and
them.
Finn.
Those are my cats.
I know, but I mean, those are pretty unique names.
Well, they're brothers, and Finn's
yeah.
they're pretty adventurous. They're always in trouble in some little
I see where you went with
respect.
that. Yeah, right.
So no, I don't name the wildlife, but I'll let you know if that happens. Okay. So we're taking calls today, and I talked about the weather just momentarily because I want you to make sure that you look around wherever you are in the world, because we are blessed to get people who call in sometimes from Spain or Singapore or Thailand. We get all kinds of interesting callers, which we really appreciate, everyone who calls into the show. But if you could just look out your window or remember if it's dark where you are right now, what is it like? What's the weather like? What's your day like? Just to get you present and in your body so that when we do this transformational work, it will have a bigger impact than you could possibly imagine. So who do we have on the phone lines?
Well, I know in the last few weeks we've been talking about, voter turnout.
Oh,
and
yeah.
We want to thank everyone. Have you seen the numbers?
I know in the house. Yeah, it's huge.
Unreal.
It keeps happening. Although I wasn't going to say it. I'm kind of disappointed in Mississippi. They did vote in the female Republican who keeps talking about hangings. I'm like, I'm embarrassed for Mississippi people. Like, really? Come on. I mean, that's like a no-brainer. We don't vote for the person who talks about lynching. I mean, we just don't. That's like basic common sense.
Obviousness.
But to your beautiful comment, Benny, you are right.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, wow, the house has turned.
Well, and our voter turnout is really kind of what I'm also really getting at. It's like 40+% in most areas, which is the highest in like 60 years, like a 50-year high.
Wow, that is impressive.
It's so cool. I mean, because we have that right. So get out there and exercise your right to vote.
I think voting should be something that you have to do or you can't get your license renewed. That's what I think. I think they should make
Oregon?
it a...
Was it
Is
Oregon?
it Oregon does that? Or they're going to?
I thought
I
they
love
might
Oregon.
Be where
They're so sweet.
I'm not sure officially where.
I'm sure you'll Google it during a commercial break.
Yeah, it's like you can't get your license or an ID if you don't vote for, or vice versa.
Really great idea. It should be first a holiday, like a federal holiday, right? Nobody goes to work, but you get paid for it, and you go vote. And if you don't vote, unless you're sick in the hospital or something like that, then you don't get your license renewed. I mean, that's like a no-brainer. I mean, you can't drive a car unless you have insurance, for goodness sakes, that you pay for. So you might as well have to vote. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Are you looking it up?
Yeah, I'm still looking up, but
okay,
I'll run.
all right.
We can run to the phone lines
first.
Okay. And we'd love to have people, and they are filling up fast here on the show. So 877-825-8828 is the number. We will travel to our lovely Las Vegas area, and we have Angela joining us. Angela, hello. Welcome to the show.
Oh, hi. Wow.
Hi, Angela. Yeah, you were the first one in the queue.
That's how we roll, girl. We roll like that roulette table right there.
Is this your
chance? Because I had no idea if the show was going to be on. I checked Facebook, and I was like, I just felt.
I don't always write on Facebook about the show, every week because we've been doing it for so long that I don't always do that. Unless we have a guest, then we typically will put things on social
Thanksgiving
media.
hangover, I think, is what kind of caught a few people here. So we're good.
Yeah. So what can I do for you, Angela?
Okay, so I called in a few months ago regarding love life stuff, and then you
really?
told me, yeah. Although this time I'm calling for a different reason, but I wanted to give you feedback.
Yeah,
so
I love the
you know what
feedback.
happened.
Yeah.
So I called in about love life, and you told me that I should focus on loving myself, and I have done that, and I feel pretty good about myself.
Yes.
As something, I don't know if it's weird or like in my love life, like I haven't met that guy, like the one or him yet, but that I'm aware of. But it's like I have been meeting guys like
that are better,
much better, and just it seems like I'm meeting a lot. I'm in a mode where I'm not speaking, but I feel like whenever I go out with guys, it seems like they like me, that they're romantically attracted. But the thing is, it's like I'm not attracted to everyone.
That's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect. So, first of all, you just started falling in love with yourself 2 months ago. So that's a huge, gigantic thing. But okay, we're still in baby steps about ourselves, right? You're still in baby steps. And look what's already happened so far. Like you're going on dates. You're liking the people. They're good people.
Yeah.
They're attracted to you.
Yeah, they're very nice.
Right. So this is an improvement. And then eventually you're going to meet someone, or maybe more than one person, that you feel that connection with and that chemistry that you're also attracted to. He's also attracted to you. And then magic happens, right? So so I want you to appreciate what you're going through and what you're experiencing, and keep validating yourself. One of the things that I've learned to do, you know, Benny and I have been dating for, well, I mean, not each other, but we're in the dating
News
world.
to me. Hello.
We talk about dating on the show.
Our producer Lisa's laughing her out. She's like, yeah, I didn't know either.
Yeah. But we talk. Yeah, we give it. It's a private thing, right? But we've been dating for a while, right, Benny? I mean, out in the world dating. And one of the things that we know is you have to stay positive. You have to be in a, like when you walk away from a date, even if you're not attracted to someone, what are the things that you can go, God, that was so fun? Because what I want everyone to experience in life, whether it's dating or raising children or their job or their own health and well-being or their home, is that they're having fun.
Okay.
That's what life is about, having fun. So when you are in that date, instead of going, okay, well, I'm not sure. Well, first of all, do you know the first time? Maybe, maybe not. And have you ever, because there's a lot of people that I meet in my work, have you ever had that connection with another person? Have you ever had that experience?
I mean, each person's unique, so that would be
no. The answer is no, exactly. And so until you've had that in your life, you don't even know what you're looking for. Let me just tell you that.
Yeah,
okay, so it could be the third date. It could be that big kiss on the fourth date. Until you've had that connection, you don't recognize it. And again, once you have it, that's the lovely thing. Then you go, oh yeah, I know that feeling. I've had that before. That is amazing. So you're on exploration, you're having fun, and most importantly, you're falling in love with yourself. So you get huge kudos. Things are moving in a positive direction for you. Okay, now what's your real question so we can get to the other callers?
Okay. I like your advice on my feedback for you, but I thank you. My real question is about job-related stuff. Like I am currently, I guess, in student mode, but I feel pressured to make money. So I'm studying investing.
Oh, fun.
But,
so why don't you start investing? Start practicing.
Because there's something called paper trading, and then there's real trading, which is like if you don't know what you're doing, it's like gambling.
Which one makes you happy? Everything's about joy. I don't know why people don't understand this. Not just you, by the way. But most human beings think that discovering what to do next is about there's some kind of logical pathway. And that's not true. The logic comes to support once you just determine what your joy is. But everything's about following your joy. Everything's about following your joy. So when you look at these different things that you could be doing right now that are actually associated to your education, which one makes you excited?
I am excited about learning. Like I've been intimidated,
Mhm.
but okay, I just joined. I've been moving towards the direction of towards finding mentors, and
Mhm.
that's been going pretty well.
Mhm.
I do have a question.
Can I say
This is
something real
related.
quick, and then we'll have to go to our next caller. I think you need to figure out what joy feels like too. I just feel like
Okay,
there's a little
there,
bit of a lapse in that because once you know what the feeling of joy is in your body, then you can easily determine, oh, this is making me happy. Oh, that makes me happy. Oh, that one feels okay, but it's not making me happy. That's how you create your own yellow brick road in your life. Is following the joy. It's very individual and unique for each person.
okay,
Okay,
okay. So, okay. I think that answers it because I was going to
good.
ask about someone named Azim, and he makes it seem like he and I can work together, but I feel a little
Yeah, I don't have a good
like he.
feeling about it.
You were shaking your head right away.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for validating.
Yeah, I don't have
Okay,
a good
thank you
feeling.
for
You're
validating.
See?
welcome. You're welcome.
Yay.
And see how you've already had the feeling, but you were using your logical mind to
Mhm.
make a decision. That's really not how life works. Everything is about joy. Okay?
Okay,
Okay.
okay, thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
Thanks, Angela, for calling in.
I guess she lives in the right place too, Las
Yeah,
Vegas,
right?
right? Because she's learning about investing
Mhm.
and gambling or whatever. Yeah.
So I did some digging during the last. So
Yes.
it is Governor Kate Brown. She's wanting to unveil an idea about automatic voter registration in Oregon. So it's a budget thing that she's working on.
Well, as soon as she gets it done,
So,
then everybody else
yep,
can do it too.
that's what I was
It's
getting.
kind of like Portland and Washington and Colorado. I don't know what was
Or
the
the
first state.
trendsetters.
Exactly. Like
Mhm.
who legalized marijuana first? Which state? I don't know.
I
Which
think
one?
Colorado did.
Was it Colorado
think so.
first?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
So, yeah,
I feel like they
trendsetters.
have,
Yeah.
yeah.
Really?
Going
Okay.
green.
Okay, who do we have on the phone lines now?
We'll take Larissa calling in from Kenmore. Hi, Larissa.
Aw.
Hi,
Hi,
how are you guys
Larissa.
doing?
We're
good.
good. I love that name, Larissa, by the way. It's so pretty.
Oh, thanks. Well, I named myself. I changed.
Oh, you changed your name, and that's your new
Yeah.
name? How
Yeah, I
exciting.
called a few weeks ago
Okay.
and didn't have time to ask two questions,
Well,
and
can we
I'm
get
going to
it
get
down
right
to one?
it.
Can we get to
This
one,
is
please?
the $64,000 question, and I've talked to other medical intuitives about it, but I still don't have an answer
All
that
right.
seems to work. Why am I so heat intolerant?
Huh.
So why do I, 20 years post-menopause, why do I, all year long, why am I hotter than most people and getting like heat flashes off and on 24/7?
Well, 24/7 is a lot. Do you know your blood type by chance?
I think I'm an O.
Yeah. So O's do have heat tolerance issues. I don't know if you know that or not. I happen to be an O. I get cold easily, so that's very annoying. In fact, when I was active in menopause, I was so happy because my body was warmer than it had been most of my life. And then when menopause started to disappear, I started getting cold again, and I got very annoyed. I'm like, dang it, now I'm freezing again. So first of all, I wouldn't be worried or upset about this, but do you do anything for your adrenal glands?
Yeah, I
Okay.
did talk to you about that the last call a few weeks ago, and I did just start taking that HPA, I think
Great.
it is, formula.
Great. And you know that holistic medicine takes time. It's not a quick fix like modern medicine.
Right.
So first
Yeah,
of
I know
all,
you had mentioned even 6 to 12 months.
it could
And
be.
I'm low thyroid.
Oh, this will be great for your thyroid too. That
Yeah,
herb is
and I
perfect.
I don't think this is hormonal.
It is.
But
This is
another
hormonal.
medical intuitive told
This
me to
is
take-
hormonal.
Is it hormonal?
Of course, this is hormonal. So when women finish menopause, it doesn't mean they don't have hormones anymore. They still have hormones, and they're still trying to find a. Here's what I think happened, or in your case, some people have hot flashes their entire life. By the way, I don't know if you know that or not. But when a woman goes into menopause, what's happening is that their hormones are learning to speak a new language because hormones are the little tiny messengers that communicate to all of your organs. That's what they do, all of them, from your hypothalamus to your thyroid to your reproductive organs, all of them. And so when estrogen and progesterone, change the way that they ran their levels in your body, they're literally teaching your entire endocrine system a brand new language. So let's say your hormones were speaking Spanish for the first 40 years of your life, 40 plus years, and now they have been trying to learn Chinese. And so, yes, this is hormonal. In my opinion, this is a hormonal thing.
Wow. Well, one medical intuitive told me to take, she thought it was a pituitary issue.
But that's a hormone.
Okay.
So that's why I'm having you take things for your adrenals, because your adrenals are the powerhouse of your entire endocrine system. Okay?
Yeah, and you mentioned I need to take that the rest of my life.
Well,
And
I mean, I'm just suggesting that people take care of their adrenal glands their whole lifetime. So,
and this other gal said to take standard process pituitrophin, which is
Perfect.
glandular.
Good, go for it. And, you know, here's the one thing I'm going to suggest before we go to our next caller. Stop worrying about this, because this is not helping your body at all. I would stop talking about it. You're doing new things and better things. I would stop investigating it. I would start falling in love with my body if I were you, and let it go a little bit so it can actually start to balance. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. I have to go now, though. We have to go to our next caller.
You got it, Larissa. It's all good. It's hormonal, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's just say it all together.
It's hormonal.
It's hormonal. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. One more before our last break. Sorry, our first break. Andrew from Eugene. Hi, Andrew.
Hi.
Hi, Andrew. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you. What can I do for you?
I've been dealing with a pain in my left side of my abdomen for about 9 months, and I'm just not quite sure what is going on there.
Did you go to the doctor?
I have, I've gone to see a couple of different doctors, and they really don't have any idea what it is.
Okay. And what kind? Did you see like an MD?
Yeah, I saw an MD, and then I saw a gastroenterologist.
Great. I just asked that question because I think people who have, you know, if you have something like that going on in your body, I want you to make sure you've seen.
Go take care of it right away.
Yeah, so I'm very proud that you did that. Did you say it was your left-hand side?
Yeah, kind of left lower abdomen. And,
so here's what I'm going to say to you, and this has been going on for a while in your life. I know you know this, but do you recognize what a giver you are in the world?
Yeah, I do recognize that.
Yeah, you're a very big giver. And what's happened is you've reached a little bit sooner than most people do, kind of a plateau in your energy system where you've overgiven subatomic particles to other people. The whole left-hand side of the body is about receptive energy. It's about receiving and taking in. And you haven't created that balance yet between giving and receiving, and you're still giving even when you're in pain and not feeling well. So my homework assignment to you is that you need to learn to receive. So here's your what if question. What if I easily receive, and here's the caveat, and anyone who's listening can use these what if questions. What if I easily receive all that I truly deserve? And notice how I can hear you, like you're taking it in, but I also can feel your resistance. And receiving is very, very important. Everything is made out of energy. Your body is made out of energy. If you're not taking in a lot of subatomic particles, then you're not going to have enough energy for your body to be healthy and well and balanced.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Good.
Yeah.
So give that a try, and then let me know
well.
how it works, okay?
Okay. I was wondering if you'd be willing to just tell me what you see in my energy field.
Well, I just said that you don't, so you have low vibrational frequency in your vibration. So in other words, if I were to rate your energy from like 1 to 100, you're at about 45. So that's too low, especially for all the things you do in the world.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a beautiful day.
You got it, Andrew. Bring some more joy in there. That'll help. Boost that energy.
Boost that
level.
vibration.
That's right.
Yeah.
We have open lines here on the Marie Manuchehri Show, 877-825-8828. And
Hi, this is Marie Manuchehri. Join me January 25th and 26th in 2019 at East West Bookshop. Friday night during the 90-minute workshop, I'll be talking about the energy of, money. so that we can all learn that everything is made out of subatomic particles, including your relationship with money. And once you begin to solidify, enjoy, and participate in the vibrational frequency of currency, you will then create a bond that is fulfilling and delicious for you. And then on Saturday, join me as we spend an entire day on creating wealth, the art of creating wealth, where you learn to fall in love with the whole aspect of this relational experience with wealth and your wonderful life. I can't wait for you to join me and learn about love and money and wealth. For more information, you can go to energyintuitive.com or eastwestbookshop.com.
It's a great time of year to be outdoors, fishing in a local stream, splashing through a creek. We all assume these waters are safe and clean, but for most streams, no one knows for sure. That's a problem we can do something about. The Isaac Walton League of America can help us get started, from stream cleanups with friends to simple water quality tests designed for volunteers like you and me. The League has been helping community volunteers find and fix water quality problems for almost 50 years with simple tools that produce results you can use to test streams for pollution, to get your friends and neighbors involved, and to help protect streams where we enjoy the outdoors. To get started, visit iwla.org today. That's iwla.org.
I'm Gary Mance.
I'm Suzanne Mitchell.
We're a couple of baby boomers who bring you a talk radio mix of metaphysics and music, politics, and pop culture.
And you never know which celebrity will join us for an interesting conversation.
Mance and Mitchell is Boomer HQ, Friday and Saturday mornings at 10 on 1150 AM KKNW.
Your home for alternative talk in Seattle and Western Washington.
Alternative Talk 1150. We're on your radio at 1150 AM. We're on your HD radio at 98.9 Channel 3.
So many ways to listen.
We're on the web at 1150kknw.com, streaming live audio and video as well as MP3 archives of many of our shows.
So many ways to listen.
And now, we're on your smartphone or tablet. Download our free app in the Apple App Store or Google Play and take Alternative Talk 1150 anywhere you go.
So many ways to listen.
Talk radio with a purpose. Alternative Talk 1150.
Welcome back to the Marie Manuchehri Show. We're live here in kind of misty without the gorilla, except for Benny's being our gorilla in the studio today. Misty Seattle. It's
the worst
really
gorilla sound ever.
It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous outside. It's really beautiful. It looks like twilight. You know, it's just so pretty. So who do we have on the phone lines?
Yeah, and if you'd like to join us, the phone line is 877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. We'll take Lana, I believe, from California. Is it Lana?
Yes, it is.
Hi, welcome to the show.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Great to be. I can't believe I'm talking to you guys. Oh,
Have you called before?
I never called before.
Oh, well, welcome to the show. And first-time caller, thank you so much. And what can we do for you?
Well, I had a pacemaker surgery about 3 years ago. I should have read your book before I did it, but
thank you for reading the book too. I really appreciate it.
Oh, I love it.
Oh,
There's so much to learn. And
thank you.
Anyway, right afterwards, I lost my ability to smell.
Oh, interesting.
I've never gotten it back. I don't know if it's possible to restore that.
Sure. Yeah. Of course.
And I would love to have your wisdom about that.
And are you like pretty confident it's related to the surgery that you had for the pacemaker?
Yeah. Well, it was a strange coincidence, I guess is all I can say. And I've always thought it had to do with that, but I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, probably not, unless. Okay. Did you at the time have a lot of fear regarding the surgery or the procedure?
Absolutely. And, I know that I ended up getting a pacemaker because I had several years of a lot of emotional issue. So I kind of broke my own heart. So I learned that after.
But you didn't really, because if you broke your own heart, you would have needed a lot more things besides this minor subcutaneous surgery that is helping your heart to beat at a more regular succession of heart rate. So So first of all, I want you to first really appreciate modern medicine. This is one of the things I love about modern medicine. I love everything in the cardiac world of modern medicine. We live way longer, thankfully, to all the inventions that have been created. So first of all, that's the first thing you have to change, because you're looking at it like open heart surgery. It was not open heart surgery. They didn't crack you. You didn't have to have anything bypassed. Your heart is there. Your heart just needed a little bit more music. That's how I want you to look at it.
I'm a surgery wimp, and so it was pretty traumatic.
I don't want
I
don't want you to think of yourself as a surgery wimp. Wherever our fears are, they're okay. There's nothing wrong with having fear about anything. It's just something we need to be mindful of, and something that we need to work on, so that we can actually have the joy. Like in your case, you're so blessed and lucky that modern medicine was able to do this minor thing that is allowing you to have a full, happy, active life and keeping your heart healthy. It's such a beautiful thing. So do you notice how I perceive it versus how you perceive it?
Yes, very completely different.
Right.
So, yes.
And so I think what made the sense of smell, go away for you was the fear, not the procedure. And so I want you to start appreciating your pacemaker. Like, name it. Like Benny says, I named the wildlife in the backyard, which I don't do yet. I haven't been naming the coyotes or the tree frogs or the deer or the cutest bunny that just hopped across the driveway last night when I was pulling in. So freaking cute. So what I want you to do is, like, maybe it's Isabel. Maybe Isabel is warming your heart and, keeping it at a beautiful, happy vibration. Become friends with your pacemaker. Appreciate the cardiologist and the surgeons who skillfully did what they consider a minor procedure in the cardiac world. That that was probably a good day for them. Like, oh, pacemaker, awesome. We can go out for a drink afterwards. I'm just making that up as I go along. But you know what I mean? Like, have some fun. This will bring back, because the ability to smell is a pleasure. And you were vibrating your energy in the opposite of pleasure, even though you were so blessed. So incredibly blessed to have a healthy enough body to only need this minor procedure. So, okay?
All right.
So that's your homework.
Okay. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. Have a gorgeous day, Laura. Lana.
You too.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lana, so much for joining us. 877-825-8828 is the number for the Marie Manuchehri Show. Let's travel down to, let me pull up my screen here, Snohomish. And we have Shirley joining us. Hi, Shirley.
Good morning.
Good morning, Shirley. How are you?
I am good.
Good. What can I do for you?
My question is I am ready to launch my website here shortly for life coaching.
Lovely.
And I'm super excited.
Lovely.
And I'm just wondering what would be the best route to, I guess, get that information out there. I'm not really big on social media.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like to spend a lot of time that way. So I'm trying to wonder how to build the business, I guess.
Right. So I'm probably different than most people when they talk about advertising. This is just my personal view, even though obviously I have a radio show and I advertise now, right? But when I first started, I didn't even have a website. What I did do, so for a long time I didn't have a website. What I did do is I handed my card to everyone. And I actually had a friend who was a real estate agent, and that's what she did. And so we were hanging out. I was newly divorced, and so we were hanging out all the time in the evening and whatnot. And I'd be at the grocery store. She'd make me give my card to the clerk when we're checking out. That's how I gave my card to everyone. And my first card, which is still my favorite card, I don't have it in print anymore because it had a different meaning for me than the cards I have now. People will sometimes hand me this card, which is like 20 years old. They're like, I had this in my purse forever, and I hadn't used that purse in a long time. Somebody gave me this card, and I mean, even the phone number is not the same, right? But they can somehow Google me and find me. So long story short, I only want you to do what makes you happy. So have you created business cards?
I do have some, yes.
Do they make you happy?
Yeah.
No, that is not the right response. I'm telling you.
Average.
Yeah. No. They need to make you go, ah, right? Like, okay,
right.
Are you a gardener by chance?
I'm not a gardener. I do like to play in the dirt. Yes.
You do? Okay. So do you plant things, or like what do you do in the dirt if you're not gardening? What are you doing?
But yeah, I like to plant.
Okay. So when you go to a nursery, because this is what I was seeing in my head, right? That's why I was
Uh-huh.
surprised you said you're not a gardener, but you like to plant things, apparently, right?
Yeah.
When you go to a nursery, do you pick the one that makes you the happiest, or do you pick the one that you feel sorry for? Which one are like right? Okay, so you're picking the one that feels like it's awake and it's talking to you and it's smiling at you and it makes you happy, right?
Right.
And those are the ones that live the longest, right?
Totally true. Yes.
Okay, so why in the heck do you have cards in your purse that don't make you go, ah? So innate, and then so there's going to be energy in that joy that you're going to have with that card, right?
Right.
And then you're going to hand it, even though you might be embarrassed since you're not going to do social media, which is fine. I only do social media, honestly, when I tweet or Facebook because it does make me happy. It actually does. So I don't do it all the time, but and Instagram, I do because it makes me happy. I put up a picture I like. I say something that makes me happy. And then the other things, my assistant, Lisa, will put up stuff that's important for classes or whatever, right? So you're going to go create a card or help someone create it with you or whatever that makes you delightful, excited. Because don't you want people to be excited to come talk to you? Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So that's your homework assignment.
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll see you at Mobax in the spring. We'll get some trees, okay?
You know it, girl. You know it.
All right.
Thanks, Shirley, for joining us. 877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. On to another one. We have Kathleen joining us from Seattle. Hi, Kathleen.
Hello.
Hello, Kathleen. How are you?
I'm great. How's it going?
It's really good. Thank you so much. What can I do for you?
So, I feel like I'm in this strange sort of holding pattern, like a leap from where I was and transitioning into completely different stages of everything in my life, and it's all good.
That's a lot, completely, like everything. 'Cause that's a lot to go through, don't you think?
It's taking so long. Is it happening, or am I mistaken?
No, no, you're not mistaken. But so much has changed in your life, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
And so your body needs a little bit of recouping, and you're ready for the bell to ring. You're ready to be like the Secretariat and that horse, Secretariat, I think it was called. I've seen that movie so many times. I love that movie about the horse, Secretariat. I just love it. And so the Secretariat actually is like the last one out of the gate. He's really slow behind everybody, but then he catches up to everyone and still this horse's record, I don't believe has ever been beat still to this day. So you need the waiting is good for you. Stay in the gate a little bit longer. Don't try to run to the head of the race right now, because that's not how you work. And you've worked so hard. You need to rest. Do you see what I'm talking about? And here's the part. Okay. And here's the part that I think will help you. Could you please enjoy what you have accomplished so far? This is something that humans are not good at, myself included. I actually do at the end of the year, which is coming up, so maybe this is appropriate for all of our listeners. I go buy a really pretty gift card, like that has it doesn't have any wording in it, so it's blank, something very pretty. And I write down everything in my life that changed in that year. It could be something as simple as changing the toner that the hairdresser uses on my hair, right? So it doesn't have to be something huge, right? But I'll write down everything that changed for that year so I could see what I've accomplished. So that's what you're going to do right now. You don't have to wait till January 1st or December 31st. You're going to, or whatever it is, you're going to go get a nice card. You're going to write down everything that's changed just in this year alone. You can, if you need to, you can do it over the last 5 years if you want to. And I want you to value and appreciate it. Then I put the card somewhere in my bedroom, and I just send it positive energy and gratitude and enjoy it so that I can value what I have accomplished, so I can be on the next, year of new accomplishments, right?
Right.
Okay. Good job.
Awesome.
All right. Have a lovely day.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks very much for joining us. And I did some digging on Secretariat, by the way.
Yeah. As you
amazing horse, by the way. And
Yeah.
also Secretariat was so fast, basically, in one particular race in the Kentucky Derby in '73. the horse actually was gaining speed for each quarter of the mile it was running. So it was accelerating through the entire, like it was beating its own time for each way around. Like, that's a fast horse.
They were afraid that its heart was going to explode.
Yeah.
Actually, during that race, the owners were like, okay, and they were, because I've watched the movie so many times, so who knows how realistic the movie was. But the owners there and the trainer, are watching this horse
can't
run.
have this happen, right?
Yeah, and and the trainer's going to the jockey, don't fall off the horse,
Right.
because you're gonna die. That horse is,
Pretty wild. I'm a big fan of Seabiscuit. So.
Oh, I love Seabiscuit
best
too.
movie ever.
Yeah, really good movie.
Tobey Maguire actor. Let's see. Shelley from Whidbey Island. Hi, Shelley. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Yeah, Shelley, what can we do for you?
So, I'm wondering why when I get a cold,
Yeah.
it
Haven't we
lasts.
had this conversation before, you and I?
No.
Have
I've
we ever
never
talked?
to you.
Oh,
No.
okay. Okay, great. Well, thank you for calling into the show. All right, yes. So every time you get a cold, yes, go ahead.
It just lasts forever, and I feel like I do all the right things. I, eat well. I exercise. I take care of myself. And
I know,
then
but when you get a cold, you're supposed to rest, not exercise.
Right, and
Okay.
I
You're not a
tried to
good
do that.
rester.
You sort of
yeah,
rest,
you're
right.
not a good rester.
kind of
because
do.
I'm a really good rester, so I know when I'm talking to someone who isn't,
Okay.
I really am. Like, I'm somebody who could lay down by the fireplace like a cat for a pretty long time. So much so that I'm a little sore sometimes, when I get up. So, yeah, you don't rest, number one. And as I'm about to say something, and I just want to remind our audience, I'm not a nutritionist. Yes, I was a practicing nurse. I still am a nurse, actually, legally. But there's a formula that I love. Have you ever tried? Can I say the A word on the? Okay, so it's kick butt, but it's the A word.
That works too.
Yeah. Immune system. I love that formula. I think it's by Wishbone or something like that. It's a fabulous formula. I actually take it whenever I travel, and I take it during the cold season. Even if I don't have a cold. So I take it all the time, actually. I really like it. And I don't take the full dosage all the time. I just, because I use my intuition, right? But especially when you're not feeling well or you feel a cold coming on, I think that would be a good go-to for you because your body responds to herbs really well.
Okay. Because I
So-
do the emergency packets,
see-
as soon as I notice, oh my gosh, or someone's sick around me, I start taking those.
Do you know what your blood type is?
O positive,
Yeah,
I think.
O and vitamin C is actually not a good.
Oh.
Yeah, so please read the book Eat Right for Your Blood Type because I think it's phenomenal. Not only does he talk about food that's highly inflammatory, but he talks about herbs and vitamins and teas, and vitamin C for O type high dosage is not recommended.
Oh.
So it's not actually helping you, it's actually increasing your inflammation.
Good to know.
Yeah, and this would not be true for people who need to do IV therapy for immune disorders. That could be different. I would have to look at someone individually. But for colds, I would not do the emergency C for you,
Right.
unless intuitively it felt right?
Yes.
Because not everyone's 100% what is offered sometimes to the world. Okay, but
Yeah.
not for you. You got to go do the herbs. Go do herbs.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
You're
Hey, so I looked up
welcome.
real fast. It's
Yeah.
Wish Garden Herbal Remedies for the
Thank you.
kick-ass immune. You can
Oh,
say
you
that,
can
it's fine.
say that
Oh,
word.
you might as well.
I love it.
That's
I
just my
love
job. No big deal. And Amazon
No
has
big
it too,
deal.
so check it out.
Yeah, you can get it pretty much anywhere. It's great.
There you
Yeah.
go. We're up to our last break of the hour for the Marie Manuchehri Show, 877-825-8828, and we'll be right back with more from our call.
Marie Manuchehri has had the pleasure and honor of shifting the vibration of thousands of clients and students from around the world. Her method, Divine Energy Medicine, is the art of raising the human energetic frequency, leading to mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual
Hey parents, your children are growing up fast. Maybe you've changed jobs or had a change in your family life. We at the Division of Child Support know that life changes. Your child support could change too. We want to help you give your kids what they need. Let's talk. Please call us at 1-800-442-KIDS or 1-800-442-5437.
The Marie Manuchehri Show is streamed live over the internet. So if you have friends or family members living outside of the Seattle area, wanting answers to life's questions, encourage them to listen to the show and to call into the show to talk with Marie. If you are interested in receiving guidance on an issue in your life, call Marie locally at 425-373-5527 or toll free at 1-877-825-8828 for her insight into your situation.
Hi, this is Marie Manuchehri. Join me January 25th and 26th in 2019 at East West Bookshop. Friday night during the 90-minute workshop, I'll be talking about the energy of, money, so that we can all learn that everything is made out of subatomic particles, including your relationship with money. And once you begin to solidify, enjoy, and participate in the vibrational frequency of currency, you will then create a bond that is fulfilling and delicious for you. And then on Saturday, join me as we spend an entire day on creating wealth, the art of creating wealth, where you learn to fall in love with the whole aspect of this relational experience with wealth and your wonderful life. I can't wait for you to join me and learn about love and money and wealth. For more information, you can go to energyintuitive.com or eastwestbookshop.com.
Going against the grain has never been this much fun. Alternative Talk 1150.
And welcome back to the Marie Manuchehri Show. We're live here in misty Seattle, and we're taking your calls. And thank you, Benny, for that music. It was so delicious.
Brightens up your day, a little MJ.
Love it. I know. So who do we have on our call list?
Yes, we'll take Natalia calling in from Tukwila. Hi,
Another
Natalia.
Seattle person.
Yeah.
Love it. Hi, Natalia. How are you?
Hello, Marie. I'm doing well. I'm sitting in my car and enjoying a little bit of sunshine through all the fog.
Right?
Send it north.
Yeah, right. So are you like at work and you're sitting in your car, or what's the
No,
deal?
I'm on my way to work.
Okay.
And I decided to park and just
Yeah, thank you for
listen to-
parking. We appreciate that. We appreciate that.
Safety first.
Yeah. So what can I do for you?
Well, I was wondering if you could offer some insight into my 7-year-old daughter. She has some angry outbursts. I mean, it's been going on. She's a middle child, so you know.
No, this is sounding vaguely familiar on multiple levels, but yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And she only does this at home.
Yeah.
It's not in public or
Right.
at school. So
Right.
she saves everything for home, and she
Yeah.
comes home and she will sometimes even throw furniture, call us names, like really, she seems to be bottling it all up.
She's a sailor when she gets home.
Yeah,
She's a sailor.
love
huh?
it. Yeah, she's a sailor when she gets home. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Yeah.
Yeah, and she gets physical. Sometimes we have a younger child, and she sometimes can she doesn't hurt anybody, but she
Right.
can get a little bit. And so I'm just wondering if there's anything I can do. I've been trying different approaches and
Right.
loving her and talking to her.
Well, no,
and
she needs a little bit of tough love, Mom. Okay, first of all, I'm thrilled that she can come home and feel safe enough to express her frustration. This is important. But when it's hurting other people or furniture's flying across the room, I think we have to set some boundaries. Number one. And, my middle daughter, she definitely had a temper growing up. Absolutely. And her first year in college was really hard for her because she was in a dorm room with someone that she barely knew. So she couldn't act out, right? Like she would slam the doors in the house and scream and yell. And her dad and I both are fire signs, and she is too. So we're fiery people. So we understood her frustration, because we could do our own door slamming and yelling ourselves. So we totally got it. But we both didn't realize, well, he and I actually never spoke about this because we were divorced at the time. But But we didn't realize that, our child didn't have an actual good coping mechanism for when she wasn't at home where she could feel safe to slam a door or scream or yell, right? And that first year in college, she was depressed. And we took turns driving up to Bellingham to spend time. Well, I actually was teaching for, up once a month up there. So I actually had a actual business reason to go up there as well. But he would go as well. So we were alternating spending time with our child because she didn't have a coping mechanism. So you need to, since this is, kind of problematic a little bit, she needs to have some coping mechanisms. Maybe even, what if she has a counselor? What's wrong with that? A fun counselor. And notice your resistance. And I just want to say there's nothing wrong with her, but she needs to figure out a different way to let her anger out if this is a continual issue and furniture's flying. She's going to get bigger. She's going to be 12 pretty soon. She's going to be in hormone land. Yikes. And then she's going to be 16. We don't want her to be mad when she's driving her car, So I think there needs to find a fun kid counselor or something of that nature, or you and your husband can do this yourselves. Sit down with her and find some maybe read some books, coping mechanisms for kids who need to find a safe way to express their anger, right?
Yeah.
And be a little tougher, because that's what the universe is telling me. You're like, oh, okay, honey, as you're backing away, and you need to get in there and go, hey. I
think I just want to hide.
Right. Yeah, that's definitely going along with my vision, but I think you need to go, hey, put it down before the furniture flies. Put that down.
Put the couch down right now.
A little
to a
tough,
7-year-old.
Thank you.
Step
Thank
away
you.
from your sister or whoever the younger child is, right? Step away from the child. Step away. Yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
Well, I will look into that. Yes, we haven't thought. I've done like some bug remedies and herbal stuff. It's not working.
No, it's not working. And really, she's trying to teach you to own your own power. She's showing you how powerful she is, which is phenomenal as a woman. And she's saying, Mom, show me your power too, subconsciously, because you need to embrace your power, and I need to learn how to manage mine. Okay?
All right.
Okay.
So real fast, Natalia, I mean, I have twin boys that'll be 8 in January, so I deal with it on a daily basis, and then they flip-flop because, one might be a little more aggressive and then flips to his brother.
Fighting, yeah.
But they watch each other like, I can get away with that, and I can't get away with that because this is how it is. But the behavior is they also look at you and how you handle it.
Yes.
So be consistent with how you handle it as
well.
well.
And be tough.
Right.
Please.
And
all right.
The husband, you said you're married, yeah?
Yes, I think he's a little bit more tougher than me, but I just you don't know. Like in the situation, I'm like, okay, I prepare myself, but in the situation, I kind of like melt.
Yeah,
but you need to stick to your guns, and it's for the best. And
it's for the best.
The two of you need to stay consistent with what you're doing
together.
Yes, exactly.
Great advice.
Front.
There you go.
Thank
Unified
you.
front. You're welcome.
Love it.
Yeah, it'll work out perfectly for you.
Thanks, Benny. That was great advice.
Yep. And Cynthia from Issaquah, welcome to the show, Cynthia.
Hi, thanks for taking my call.
Our pleasure, yeah.
What can we do for you?
So I fell on my right knee and my right toe was all bruised up, and they said that they did x-rays, and they said, nothing's broken, but I'm still having a hard time with it.
Well, yeah, that hurts.
Yeah.
How long has it been?
Only a week.
Yeah, okay. Okay, Cynthia, do we know each other? Have we met? Have we ever talked before? Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for calling in. Okay, Cynthia, you remind me of the horse race again, right?
Yeah, I listened to you about Secretariat.
Yeah, right. So you need to go out to pasture for a little while here, and just a little while. It's going to feel that way to you.
In a good way. We're not like
in a good
send
way.
You out in the pasture like that.
No, in a good way.
I think Lisa, I know what we're talking
about.
Yeah,
you just need to relax and be okay. You need to be okay with downtime, right? And it takes a while to heal from bruises. Sprains actually hurt worse than fractures typically, because once someone has a fracture, it's immobilized, right? And so then you're not having the pain from the movement, right? Because it's wrapped in a cast or whatnot. But sprains and bruising, that's tissue damage, and that hurts a heck of a lot more. So it takes time for it to heal.
Feet. That's the problem. I work.
You stand.
Job.
Yeah. So can you take a week off?
Well, now I actually do have 5 days off.
Good. Can you take 7?
No, in a row, no.
Why not?
They won't let me.
All right.
It's a very stressful.
And
place.
so why do you work there? So we're getting down to the real issue, I think. You know what's really funny? Because I tend to break bones. That's kind of how I injure myself typically. And I was working my very first job as a nurse in this beautiful, lovely retirement center. And I really wanted to work in a hospital. But for some reason, I was kind of nervous to apply. I was procrastinating big time. And I was rollerblading with one of my kids. And this was in the late 90s. And I fell down and I broke a bone close to my thumb. I broke the scaphoid bone. And so when you work in a large facility, like a skilled facility, you have to punch the pills out of a bubble pack. And so I had to use my thumb to do it. And I was unable to do it. So I actually, long story short, I took this administrative leave or whatnot. And then it gave me the time to go apply for the job at the hospital, which of course I was hired for. And that's where my whole life changed. Maybe I was procrastinating the shift in my consciousness and the way I would work in the world. We never know exactly what we're really procrastinating about. It's not something logical. It's something different. But you don't like the job. It's stressful. Take this week and start looking for a new job.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. All right. Thank you, Maria.
You're welcome. Have a beautiful day, and I'm sending beautiful love to your body.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Cynthia, for joining us from Issaquah. We'll take one, maybe sneak in two. Nancy from Portland. Hi, Nancy. Welcome to the Marie Manuchehri Show.
Hi, Marie. Hi, Benny. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. What can we do for you?
I can't hear you very well.
Oh, now can you hear me?
Let me boost you up a little bit there. Go ahead.
How's that?
Okay. I was calling in. I'm a longtime listener, and
thank you
had
so
kind of
much.
a ragged year this year.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Is this your first time calling into the show as well?
It is my first time calling in.
Thank you.
Like I said, I've listened to you from the get-go, and anyway, I just wondered if you could take a peek at my energy. I think I'm on the right course as far as healing goes, and I had a bout with breast cancer this past year, and my mom passed in September, and I've really been a big part of her caretaking for the last 8 years as she's kind of declined. She made it to 98.
Wow, that's impressive. And congratulations for being with her and taking care of her. But I can actually hear your mom already, which is lovely.
Okay.
First of all, she's funny. Your mom has a good sense of humor. Is that true?
It is.
Okay. I always want to make sure I'm on the right person, right? Because I don't hear names. I see what they look like, and I get to feel their personality. So she's really funny, in my opinion. She's got a great sense of humor. And she said, this is what she said. She goes, "Thank God I finally died." She goes, "Will you please go have a life now?"
Yeah.
Because she said you devoted. It wasn't just that you took care of her. It was this emotional, almost like she was a child, just this great, graceful, beautiful caretaking. But you haven't really allowed yourself to have the life that you desire. Is that true?
Well, I think that's true.
Okay. So mom is telling you it's time. Like you have no other excuses. You finished. You're happy with the breast cancer thing, right?
I am.
Great. Okay. So that's all done and taken care
glad
of.
It's done.
Yeah. It's all done, taken care of. It's beautiful. It's fine. And now it's time for you to go have fun and pleasure. So what are some of the things that bring you joy? And this is your mother is clapping right now that we're having this conversation. She says you still haven't stopped thinking about her. Like you really miss her. And she said, "Honey, I lived as long as I could." It's like I was really done. And she goes, "I probably would have died sooner if you hadn't taken such good care of me."
Well, since she's listening, I don't know how much I can say, but it was tough for me because I was really ready for her to go a long time ago.
I disagree. I completely
really?
disagree. I think that mentally you were, but emotionally you've been holding yourself back. And this was another thing that gave you an excuse to not go out and live your life. So that's what I want you to work on. It's really important for people to feel their real feelings. And it's typically not what your brain is telling you.
Right.
Like 100% of the time, it's not what your brain is telling you, unless you're present. If you're present and you're looking at life from practical logic, then you're listening and hearing your brain accurately. But if you're analyzing and processing, that is not what you're really feeling.
Well,
period.
I try and take your advice and rest in my abdomen, but I have a very difficult time
It's
doing
hard. Yeah, it takes a lot of practice. So I would have you work on feeling your hand there, focus on feeling your feet, your shoes on your feet, like really let yourself sink into the body as much as possible. Like I'm even allowing my hand to feel the pin that I'm holding, the plastic and the just the size of the cylinder of the pin. So that's the type of focus individuals have to do in order to become present. So even though your mind was complaining about it, your body was like, oh, good, because we're terrified to go out and live a life that's full and excited and wonderful. And now's your time. So try to connect to things that bring you enormous joy. Try to figure out what makes you happy, first and foremost.
Okay, I will do.
Okay, and congratulations on your recovery. I'm very happy for you.
Thank you. And do you see any leaks?
I didn't. Yeah, actually, you do have leaks. Yes. So please go find joy. Stop worrying about your mom. Stop worrying about anything and go. My favorite thing is go to a coffee shop and smell coffee. So if you like that, go do that today.
Okay.
Okay.
I will.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Nancy, for joining us. That is the end of the show.
Yes, that's the end of the show. We're sorry we weren't able to get to all of our callers, and we wish you, all of us here at the Marie Manuchehri Show, we wish you joyful blessings. Bye-bye for now.
The views expressed on this program are those of the host, guest, and caller.